Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'll be fighting a 1,500-point battle between my Dark Angels and Harris's Steel Legion. So the story that we've got going on here is that a Lord Commissar had been leading a force of Steel Legion on a planet, and he hadn't really been listening to orders that had been sent in, so an Inquisitor was sent to go find out what the story was, why he wasn't listening to the orders coming in from on high. And when the Inquisitor got there, asked a few questions, the Lord Commissar executed him with his bolter, took him down and killed him. Word got back to the Inquisition, who, needless to say, thought that was mighty uncool of him to do. So they decided to respond in kind and sent out an assassination force to go take him down and show him as an example of what happens when you don't listen to the Inquisition and listen to their rules. But when the assassins arrived there, they realized that the army was still following the Lord Commissar, and they were going to have a little bit of trouble dealing with all of the mechanized units there. So the Inquisition asked, quote unquote, for the Dark Angels to go and act as more of a distractionary force to take on the army while the assassins were tasked with taking out the Lord Commissar to show that you just do not, you are not above the Emperor and the Imperium of man. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the the capture and hold or whatever mission. It's number 1 of the of the Eternal War. So it's the 4 objectives that you have to hold. They're worth 3 points each. So there's one over here. There's one over here. There's one back over there, and then there's one under right in front over there. So those are the objectives. That is the story and the mission that we are going to be fighting out today. So before we go any further, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a vanguard detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a company master and an interrogator chaplain on a bike. We have a 5-man intercessor squad, a 5-man tactical squad with a flamer, and a 5-man scout squad with camo cloaks and sniper rifles. We have a 5-man Ravenwing Black Knight squad. We have 2 venerable dreadnoughts with twin las cannons, fists, and heavy flamers each. Then for the Vanguard detachment, we have a Primaris Lieutenant with a mastercrafted auto bolt rifle. And last but not least, we have the Assassinorum force here. We've got an Evisor, a Calexis, a Calidus, and a Vindicare. And for the Steel Legion, he'll be running 2 Vanguards. Leading off the first Vanguard, we have a Lord Commissar with a power sword and bolt gun. We have an Ogren Bodyguard with a Bulgrin Maul and a Slab Shield. We have 2 10-man veteran squads with 3 plasma guns in each. We have 2 Chimeras with multi-laser, Stormbolter, Heavy Flamer, Track Guard, and Dozer Blade. We have an Armored Sentinel with Hunter Killer Missile and Las Cannon. For the second Vanguard, we have a Company Commander with a Power Sword and Bolt Gun. We have a Command Squad with a Grenade Launcher, Heavy Flamer, and Missile Launcher team. We have 2 10-man veteran squads with 3 Melta-Guns in each. We have 3 Chimeras with multi-lasers, Heavy Flamers, Stormbolters, Track Guards, and Dozer Blades. We have a Master of Ordnance. And last but not least, we have 2 Wyverns with heavy bolters and hunter killer missiles. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment here. I've got my intercessor squad back here holding on to that objective. I've got my 5-man Black Knight squad here with my interrogator chaplain behind them. I've got my scouts up here on the perch. I've got my Vindicare up here in his perch. I've got my 2 venerable dreadnoughts back over here, along with a 5-man tactical squad, the Primaris Lieutenant, and the Company Master back over here, and my 3 other assassins are in hiding. Going over deployment now for the Steel Legion. We've got his Armored Sentinel there. We've got the Wyverns and the Master of Ordnance right there. We've got 3 Chimeras inside there. We've got a Plasma team, we've got a Melta team, and we have his one there with a Command Squad, the Company Commander, the Lord Commissar, and the Bulgrin Bodyguard. Then over here we have 2 more with a Plasma squad and a Melta squad in each of them. And that is it for his deployment. As of right now, the Steel Legion are going to be going first unless I can seize the initiative. All right, looking for a 6. Show me that fill first. Oh, it almost came up. I thought I saw it. But no, I don't get it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Steel Legion here on turn 1. All right, going over deployment movement here on the first turn for the Steel Legion. This Chimera disembarked these dude bros and then moved up over here. This Chimera moved up with his dude bros inside. This Chimera is disembarked his dude bros and moved up here. This Chimera moved over this way with his dude bros still inside, and the command Chimera stayed right over there. Stayed there or moved there? What's up? He actually moved, so he moved over a bit, but he's there. And then these guys all stood still up there. So that's it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so start of the shooting phase, he's actually going to spend a command point to create, make that a command vehicle there. So he has his warlord trait is the grand strategist. So he gets to roll, and on a 5-up, is it? Yep, so no, so he doesn't give it, so he actually loses the command point. If he hadn't, he would have been fine to do that. So actually, you have to spend, oh, I have to roll now. Hold on. Because I've got a Calidus, so on a 4-up, yep, so that would actually cost you 2 command points. But I imagine you get to try to roll on that other one because you spent 2 command points. So one of them failed, but the other one, what is that? That also failed. Also failed, so it actually cost him 2 command points. Pretty good. For me. So he's gonna order these guys here to take aim, and they're gonna fire into my Marines over here. So these are going to be the plasma guns first. So we've got 3 attacks. Are you gonna supercharge? I am not gonna supercharge. Because those are regular Marines. Because they're regular Marines. Here we go. Rolling, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s because of the command. All right. No 1s. No 1s. But 5 3s. But 5 3s. Not great. Wounding on 3s. All right. So that is 4 wounds. So 4 AP minus 3 plus 1 because of them being in cover. So it's going to be 5 ups. 4 5 ups. And I make 1 of them. All right. Now the last gunshots are going to be firing into them. So these are going to be hitting on 3s as well, re-rolling 1s because of the order. All right. And 5s. I hit with 10 of them. And then looking for 5s to wound. We've got 1 wound, AP nothing, so 2 up save. And he's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, so now this squad is going to go. He's going to use the Iron Armored Fist stratagem, which is it a Steel Legion specific? It's a Steel Legion specific rule, which is if you've disembarked from a vehicle, you can re-roll 1s to hit. So on there, it's 1 command point. I'm going to say if the Calidus is going to work again, looking for a 4-up. No, not. I'm gonna spend a command point to re-roll that. Yeah, with the fill phase. So it's gonna cost 2. Yeah, so he's got 2. So it's going to cost 2, and he is going to spend them, and then he gets to roll because of Grand Strategist to get those 2 back on a 5-up, and then he's going to use Corrupts Aquila, which is the relic that he gave to his company commander, is going to roll on the one that I spent to roll to get that back. So looking for 5s up, very confusing. He gets 2 of them back. So all right, that's fair enough. It's whatever. Still loses 1 in the grand scheme of things. Fair enough. Oh, no, he doesn't lose any because he spent 2, gained back 2, I used 1, whatever. Regardless of how it works out, it only cost him 1 in the end. So now they're going to fire into my intercessors. Supercharging with the plasma. So these are going to be the plasmas here, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of that. So, oh no! That guy still does. Oh, he still does. Wow, that was 5 hits. All of all that confusion for that. All right, still 5 hits. So 5 wounds. And 5 wounds. So we have AP minus 3 plus 1 because they are in cover. So we've got 5 ups here, supercharged. So these are going to be 2 wounds each, which is not great. So 5 ups and a 4. First blood. Fail them all, and that is first blood. Oh, and just before everyone starts yelling at me that they were not in 12 inches, they weren't. You are correct, but they were within, was it 16, 18 inches, and the Steel Legion regimental doctrine states it's called, what's it called again? Industrial efficiency, which means that all of his rapid fire weapons are rapid fire at 18 inches instead of the 12, which is, and his vehicles ignore AP -1. So he did just, I think, kill my one AP -1, but that's okay. It is what it is. So, but yeah, so that's why they were within rapid fire range. That's why we were throwing all of those rapid fire shots there. So just wanted to let you know before you started yelling at me. All right, so now his Chimera here is going to fire into my scouts. So we're going to do the heavy flamer first with 4 hits. Not bad at all. Wounding on strength 5, so wounding on 3s. So we got 3 wounds, AP -1, plus 2 because of their camo cloaks. So they're looking for 3 ups. And I make all but 1. And now the multi-laser is going to go. Hitting on 4s. Oh, hitting on 4. Oh, because it's heavy. AP -1. That is a wound though. AP nothing, so looking for a 2 up. He's good. Now the Stormbolter. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 2 up. And now the last gun array.
Whipped.
All right, not great for him.
I made up for it with the intercessors.
Yeah, I think the intercessors is where your luck was. Wounding on 5s, right? So he got 1 wound, 2 up. He's good. All right, so his armored sentinel is going to fire into my venerable dreadnought over here. So red is going to be hunter killer. The last cannon is going to be the dark one. So both hitting on 4s. Nope, no hits. Now the wyvern in the middle there is going to fire his hunter killer over here. No hit. And now the wyvern gun is going to fire into my scouts over here. So he's going to have 6, 7, 8, 10 shots. All right, 10 shots. These are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the, what's his name, Master of Ordnance that's over there. All right, another hit there. That's pretty good.
4s to wound, re-rolling.
And now 4s to wound, re-rolling. All right, re-rolling those 3. All right, so that is 5 wounds. No AP on that, so it's going to be 5 2-ups. Oh, failed another one. And now the other wyvern is going to fire his hunter killer into my dread over here, and then he's going to put the gun, the main wyvern guns into my tactical squad. He misses with the hunter killer, and now we've got the wyvern shots. So 10, 14 shots. All right, so hitting on 4s.
I think I'm too close.
He might be 2. 1 second. Nope, he is more than 36 away. So here goes the re-rolling of the 1s. Another 2 hits, which is pretty good. All right, so now these are wounding on 4s. Re-rolling. Re-rolling. I don't know why I'm creating fault lines over here. All right, whoa. Nice re-roll there. So 9 wounds. 6. 7, 8, 9, 2 ups. Can they survive? Nope. No, that's 3 1s. Not great. Now his no, I was about to say Rhino, the Chimera. He's gonna fire his multi-laser at my scouts over here, and then the lasgun array at my dread. So these are the multi-lasers. So you don't get anything because he moved. The multi-laser array into the dread.
4s and 6s.
Looking for 4s. Got 4 hits. Looking for 6s to wound.
Scratch this paint.
Hey, you got 1. 3-up save. Ooh, failed it. But then they've got a 6-up venerable save. Nope, he takes a wound. Now this Chimera here is going to fire his multi-laser and lasgun arrays into my dread over here. So we've got the multi-laser first, right?
Yes.
All right. Nope, no hits there. And then we've got the lasgun array.
I messed one thing up, but it's not something that can't.
All right. That's 2 hits. Looking for 6s to wound. That's 1 wound. 1 3-up. No, 6-up venerable. No, another wound. All right, so now the red one, I forgot. He was the one that was shooting before that shot there. So this one's going to go. He's going to do his lasgun arrays into my dreadnought. Just the multi-laser, sorry. I knew it was one of them he was shooting, I knew it was one. So the multi-laser is gonna go into here. Hitting on 4s, 1 hit, looking for a strength, what is it?
6. So
strength 6, so looking for a 5. That is not a wound. So we got one more thing coming. Now the Master of Ordnance is going to fire into the unwounded dread over here.
3 shots.
So 3 shots.
3s to hit.
3s to hit. We got 1 hit. Strength. Strength 8. So looking for a 3. That is a wound. AP minus 2. So looking for a 5 up. Getting it with a fill face. Woo! And then this Chimera here is going to fire his multi-laser into my scouts over here. So we've got 3 shots hitting on 5s because he moved. Nothing there. And that is it for the shooting phase. Are you going to do any assaults? We are going to have assaults, so we'll come back to you with the assault phase. All right, so now his Chimera here is going to charge into my Dreadnought here. I am going to fire Overwatch, so the twin las cannons hitting on 6s. Getting 1 hit with a fill face. Strength 9, wounding on a 3. That is a wound with another fill face. 6 up. No. D6 wounds. 4 wounds. And then he needs a 9-inch charge. No. No. Definitely not getting it. All right, and that is it for the Steel Legion here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. These guys shot up over here. They didn't advance, they just moved up there. My Calidus dropped in over there. She had originally rolled a 6. I decided to spend a command point to re-roll it. And rolled a 4, which meant that she could deploy 7 inches away from the enemy there. And then he rolled to see if he got that command point. He did not. So my Vindicator stood still. My scouts stood still. These guys all moved up here. Not advanced, they just moved up there. And then my Eviscer and my Calexis both dropped back over there. So that's it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. So starting off here, my Venerable Dread is going to fire his Heavy Flamer into this Chimera, and his twin las cannons into that Chimera. So we'll do the las cannons first, hitting on 3s because he moved. All right, that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Primaris Lieutenant. Okay, so there's just 1 wound. AP minus 3, so looking for a 6 up. Oh, and he gets it. And then the Heavy Flamer. 6 hits.
5s to wound.
Looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1. All right. AP minus 1, but he ignores that because of his thing, and he's good with a 3 up. And now the same deal for him. Heavy Flamer in here, las cannons into there. So we'll do las cannons first. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that. Okay, I get it. 5 up, he gets it. No. So that's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound. AP minus 3. No, goes through. D6 wounds. 5 wounds. And then the Heavy Flamer. 4 hits. 3 wounds. 3 ups because he ignores the 8 minus 1. And he makes 1 of them, so he takes 2. Lieutenant is going to fire into his Chimera in the back there. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, that's 2 hits. Wounding on strength 4, so wounding on 5s. That's 1 wound. AP nothing. Yeah, he's good. Now my Calexis is going to fire into this, into here. So D3, 3 shots, hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. That's 1 wound, AP minus 4, so that goes straight through. All right, so now the Eviscer is going to fire. Pistol 4 hitting on 2s. All right, so we got, oh my god, Deception. Oh, of course. All right, so 2 hits, wounding on 5s. We got 1 wound, AP minus 1, but he ignores it. Oh, he still goes through. All right, he's going to spend a command point on that. 4 is good. Let me see if it's going to cost you twice as much. Or, yeah. Yep, it does. So 2 to see if he gets him back. No, he doesn't. So he's down to 1 command point. All right, now my Vindicator Assassin is going to fire into that Chimera. So he's got 1 shot hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No, no wound. Womp womp. All right, these Scout Snipers are going to fire into his Chimera there. 2 shots hitting on 3s. No wound. All right, now these Black Knights, thank you, are going to fire into his Chimera here. I am going to supercharge, so the first one hitting on 3s. All right, so that's one hit, but doesn't blow up there, thankfully. Second one does have one blow up, but one hit. Two more hits. One more hit, and one more hit. And then two more hits. So two guys are going to be dead, but I did get this many hits. Strength 8, so wounded on 3s. So 4. So it's not going to be dead, unfortunately, even if I get this. 4 6-ups. Oh, and he makes the one too, so he takes 6 wounds. And then the chaplain's firing into that plasma squad there. That's all hits. That is 3 wounds. That is 2 dead. Oh, they're 5 up, 3 dead. All right, now my Calidus is going to fire into this squad over here, hitting on a 2. That is a hit. So now her weapon, I roll 3d6, and if it's higher than their leadership, which is 7 right now with the sergeant there, if it's higher than 7, they take d3 mortal wounds. Getting it with an 8, d3 mortal wounds, 3 mortal wounds. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. I'm gonna start off with my Calidus charging into these guys. So we've got overcharging with the overcharging with the last pistol, and also overcharging with the other guys. So hitting on 6s, no hits there. So she needs a 9-inch charge. Getting it with an 11. And now my regular bikers, Black Knights, they're in. Boop. And then my interrogator chaplain needs 8 inches. And he is not in. Ooh, oh no, yeah, wait, 1. He's actually not in, so that is that. All right, now he's gonna charge into the Chimera. That is the heavy flamer, so no wounds there. And then we've got the multi-laser on 6s. Nope, his charged storm bolter, right about that. Got 1 hit, wounding on a 5, no. And then his charge distance, 6 inches is in. And now the other one's gonna charge in too. And he's in with 6. All right, now my Calidus is going to start us off in the fight phase by attacking into them. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, so that is all hits. Wounding on 3s. That is 1, 2, 3 wounds, which is just enough to kill them. All right. All right. So now we've got over here, we've got my Venerable Dread on the left is going to start us off here. 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. That is all hits. Wounding on 2s, I think. Strength 12? No, strength 12 becomes 3s. So that is 4 wounds. AP minus 3, so 4 6-ups. Failed them all, so he is going to be dead, regardless, because even the Ds, it doesn't make the amount of wounds there. Does he explode? He does not. Do you want to spend your command point? Because I was going to say on a 4+, he won't be able to use it. So, all right, so no, he's not going to reroll it. So he is just dead. And that is actually going to be, I'm not going to consolidate, and that is going to be the end of the Dark Angels turn here on turn 1. So, not bad. They're pretty good. The Calidus is really doing well there. I like her ability there. So that's it for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Guard on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Iron Legion here. Steel Legion, not Iron Legion. Steel Legion here. We've got, they disembarked over this way. This guy stood still. He moved back over there. Over here, these guys all disembarked. Well, I guess they were already disembarked, but they disembarked over this way. They disembarked. The command squad also disembarked, and then both the Chimeras moved up that way, and everyone up there just stood where they were. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, he's going to give an order, bring it down to his command squad there. The heavy flamer is going to shoot into the Calexis. Sorry, we just made this. So 6 hits. Oh no, brutal. All right, so it's 6 up to hit because the flamer doesn't make a difference. So 6 strength 5. So looking for 3s to wound. Wow. Okay.
Reroll that one.
Reroll the 1 because of bring it down. So 6 wounds. Not great. So 6 4-ups. Can he survive? Let's find out. Nope.
That's 5 wounds.
5 wounds. I'm gonna spend a command point on one of these. Oh, of course he gets a 3. So he is. See if he gets one. No. Okay. At least he didn't get one. That still hurts though. So that Calexis is dead. All right. Crack missile and crack grenade. The missile is going to be red, hitting on 3s. they had declared that they were going to, because they were the closest. We did it per model, so they were the ones that were closest. So both of them hit.
It would have been hitting on 4s because they're heavy weapons.
Hitting on 4s, but so they're good. So 3s to wound. That's both wounds. 2 4-ups. Well, are they both? They're both D6 wounds, right?
Both different. The grenades see first.
Yeah. So we'll do the grenade first. Nope. And the missile. Yes. So D3 wounds. 2 wounds. All right. His next order is going to be bring it down to this squad. He's also going to spend the command point to do armored fist. So 5 up for that. No, he doesn't get it back, so he's out of command points for now until he can try to get mine back. And then they are going to fire into here. So 3 melty-guns hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of not needing to. So strength 8, wounding on 3s.
Re-rolling 1s for bring it down.
Re-rolling 1s because of bring it down. No, so one hits. AP minus 4, right? So that just goes straight through. So 2d6 because they're in melter range. So 4 wounds, 4 venerable saves, looking for fill faces. Getting 2 of them, I'll take that. And now we have a grenade, and the last gunshot's grenade is not a hit.
It's 2 shots.
Oh, it's 2 shots grenade, sorry. It's a grenade launch. There's a grenade launcher in there?
It's just
oh, frag grenade. All right.
And no wounds.
And
no wounds.
No wounds. And then we've got the las guns that are going to be firing in here. Looking for 3s, re-rolling 1s. So no 1s there.
That's okay. That's still 10 hits.
Yeah, still not bad. And then 6s to wound. And re-rolling those 1s. All right, so that is 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. Failed 1 of them. 6 up. No, takes a wound. And then he's got his armored sentinel is going to fire his las cannon into the guy on the right there. That is a hit. That's a miss. He's hitting on 4s. All right, so now the Chimera is going to fire everything into the Eviscer. So we've got heavy flamer. 6 hits. What's with your flamer shots, man? What are you secretly? Have you been secretly working with the salamanders? Yeah. They just oh man. Strength 5. So wounding on 3s. So we got 3 wounds. 3 4-ups. Failed them all. What? Who does that? Multi-laser hitting on 4s because he 5s because he moved. That is a wound. 4 up. He failed like every single thing. It's only within 1 inch, so he's not in an inch. So he is out of an inch. So he's not going to get to meltdown, but he's dead. All right, now this squad on the left is going to fire into the one on the right here, into the dreadnought on the right. These are the plasma guns who are supercharging. So 1 dies. And then we've got 3 hits, so strength 8, so wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds. 2 AP minus 3, so 2 6-ups. Nope. 2 wounds each, so 4 venerable saves, looking for 6s. Making 1 of them. And now the frag grenade's going in here. That's 6 hits. Looking for 6s to wound. Oh, 6. That's 6 shots, so 6 throws. Right, 3s to hit, so we got 4 hits. Now looking for 6s to wound. No wounds there. And then we've got a bunch of las gun shots coming. And here come the las gun shots hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 6s. We've got 1 6. All right, 1 6. 3 up, nope, 6 up. And he is really bad at saving those las gun shots. And now the commander is going to shoot his bolt gun into him. Is he within 18? He is, so he gets rapid fire. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. 1 hit, wounding on 5. No wound. Now that Chimera is going to fire into him with the multi-laser and the Stormbolter. Multi-laser hitting on 5s. That's a wound. That is a save. And now the Stormbolter hitting on 4s. 1 hit. No wound. This squad here is going to fire into my chaplain, so we've got the 3 melty guns first. So that is 2 hits. Strength 8, wounded on 3s. No wounds. And here comes the frag grenade. We got 4 shots. Hitting on 4s. Oh, 3s, because they're veterans. I keep forgetting that. I don't know why. So 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Ooh, we got 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. He's good.
Be a problem for
And now come the lasgun shots. Hitting on 3s.
rolling like trash.
And now wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. Oh, failed one of them. Looking for a 6-up warlord trait. No, goes through, so he takes a wound. All right, this Chimera here is going to fire everything into the Calidus over here. So we've got the Heavy Flamer. That's 4 hits, strength 5, so wounding on 3s. We got 4 wounds, 4 4-ups. She makes 2 of them. And now the Stormbolter. It's 2 hits,
4s.
wounding on 4s. 1 wound, 4 up. No, failed it. And now we're going with the multi-laser does not hit anything. All right, now this Chimera is going to fire Heavy Flamer and multi-laser into, oh no, Heavy Flamer and Stormbolter into the Calidus, and then multi-laser into the bikes. So Heavy Flamer, 6 hits. Man, stop it with the Prometheum. Here we go, wounding on 3s.
Salamanders showed up?
Yeah, Salamanders apparently showed up. So that's 4 wounds, 4 4-ups. And I failed 2, that's enough to kill her. And then the multi-laser. That's 2 hits.
Yes.
Yeah, he did not move. Yep.
And 3's to wound.
3's to wound, 1 wound, 3 up. No, failed it. All right, so his Wyvern in the back there is going to fire into my Dread over here. Stormbolter and the Wyvern shots, so Wyvern shots first. We're looking at 10, 13 shots. Hitting on 4s. Alrighty.
And wounding on 5s, rerollable.
Strength, what is it? Yeah, strength 4, so wounding on 5s, re-rolling. Woo, okay. Not bad there.
Rerolling.
Oh, okay, so we got 4 AP nothing, right? So 3-up saves. Oh, failed 3 of them. Can I get 3 fill faces? No, I can get 1 fill face. Does he explode? No, he does not. And then his other Wyvern is going to shoot Stormbolter into my Dreadnought. So that is 1 hit, no wound there. And then the Wyvern shots into my Scouts. So that is going to be 12, 15, 16 shots. All right, so these are going to be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s.
Good thing too.
Yeah. All right, there's a couple more in there.
8 times out of 16 shots.
There we go.
Statistic.
And now these are going to be wounding on 4s,
Rerollable.
re-rolling. So 3 so far, plus another 3, so 6 total. 6 2-up saves. And I failed 2 of them, which is just enough to kill him. All right, that is it for the shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. This Chimera is going to charge into my Chaplain over here. My Overwatch is going to be no hits there, but he rolled an 11 inches, so he will be in. Now this Chimera is going to charge into these bikes, getting 2 hits. In Overwatch, strength 7, looking for 4s to wound, getting 1 wound, AP -3, so 6 up. No, so he takes a wound, and then he does make it into the charge. All right, so that's it for the charges into the fight phase here. This Chimera is attacking into my Chaplain. He's got the Dozer Blade, so looking for 5s to hit.
1.
Got 1 hit.
3 to wound.
Looking for a 3 to wound. That's a wound. 3-up save. He's good. And he's going to have 1 attack in here.
5 to hit.
5 to hit, but does not hit. All right, so now these guys here are going to attack into his Chimera. So we've got 2 attacks each, except for the Sergeant who has 3. So that's going to be hitting on 3s. All right, all but 1. Pretty good. Strength +1, so it's a 5, becomes wounding on 5s. All right, so we've got, this makes a difference. So we've got 1 5 and 1 6 that needs to AP -1 to do them separately, because AP -1 he ignores because of his vehicle, but you have to do it separately 1 at a time because the 6 is D3 wound. So we're gonna do the 5 wound. He makes that one, and the other one, he also makes it because it's 3-up save, because he ignores the -1 because of his Steel Legion special ability. And now the Interrogator Chaplain is going to attack in. 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. So that's 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. No wounds there. And that is it for the Steel Legion turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. They stood in combat. He fell back over to there. He stood still. These guys all moved up over this way, and that is it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, my Venerable Dreadnought is going to fire his Heavy Flamer into his Melta Squad here, and then he's going to fire his Twin Las Cannon into the command tank over there. We're going to do the command tank first, so 2 shots hitting on 3s because he moved. Rerolling 1s because of the captain there. That's a hit. Only 1 hit because of that. Oh no, 3s. I forgot he's a Venerable. So that's wounding on 3s. Okay, you got 1 wound. 6 up save. He does get it. No, why? Pain. All right, now the Heavy Flamer into them. 3 hits. Looking for 3's wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP -1. That is 2 dead. Lieutenant's gonna fire into the Melta-Guns over there. That is 2 hits. That is 2 wounds.
6 ups.
5 ups. So they're good because it's not AP minus anything. So you're good. These guys are gonna shoot their pistols into this Chimera. That is 3 hits. That is 3 wounds.
3 ups.
3 ups. If he fails all of them, he's dead. No, he makes 2 of them. Captain's gonna fire his pistol into them. Rerolling because of himself. 2 might hit. Yeah, 2 hits. And then that's a wound. That is not a save. Vindicator's gonna fire into his company commander over there. That is a hit. That is a wound.
Do I get to take invul against it?
No invul against it. AP -3.
So, how many wounds is it?
It's D3 wounds.
Right, so
D3 wounds on.
how much damage it is, see how much damage it's going to do.
All right, D3 wounds. 1 wound.
3 up, it goes to the Ogre.
3 up to the Ogren. He's good to Ogren. All right, so now that's it for shooting phase. So now into the assault phase, my Dreadnought here is going to charge into his Melta Squad there.
Melta-Guns.
Melta-Guns. No hits there. Then we've got grenade. So 3 shots. Hitting on 6s. None there. So now we've got 3 las guns. So it's going to be 6 shots here. Getting 1 hit. No wound there. So his charge distance. Yeah, it is totally in. Whoop. And now my captain's going to charge into the Melta guys. Getting in with a 7. All right, so now my Dreadnought is going to attack into his Melta Squad there. So 4 attacks hitting on 2s. All right, all hits. Wounding on, squishing on 2s. Let me see, 1 second. He's like hair's width away from him, between 6 inches, so 3 of them are dead. All right, and now my captain's gonna attack. He's got 5 attacks with the chainsword there. Rerolling 1s because of himself, so that is 5 hits. Wounding on 3s. All right, so we've got 4 wounds, 4 5 ups. Fails 3 of them. All right, so now my bikes are going to activate. We've got 7 attacks coming in here, hitting on 3s. Rerolling because of the chaplain that's there now, thankfully. Oh, that was crazy. All right, much better, much better. Wounding on 5s. All right, so again, we got 2 wounds. 1 5 and 1 6, so let's do the 5 first. That's a save, and the 6 is a save as well. Whoa. Now the Chimera is attacking in. Nope, no hit there. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angel turn here. His Melta Squad there lost 9 guys, so he couldn't pass that no matter what he did because he's out of command points. So they just ran away. So that is going to be it for the Dark Angels. Oh no, we got still more attacks. Yeah, I forgot that I consolidated with the Dreadnought when he had consolidated into combat into that squad over there, so they get to attack back. So he's got a 8 guys left who some blew themselves up, right? 8 or 9 guys. 1 second. All right, so we've got 9 guys left in that squad there. So looking for 4s to hit. Now strength 3, so looking for 6s to wound. We got no wounds there. So that is it. Now it's it for the Dark Angels turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Steel Legion here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Steel Legion. These guys moved up over this way. His Chimera here stood still. That Chimera fell out of combat. Over here, these guys fell out of combat. He moved over here. He disembarked his Commissar there and then flatted out up here. That squad back there stood still. These guys stood still, and these guys all stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, he's going to give the orders to the command squad to bring it down. They are going to shoot into my dreadnought over here. So we've got crack missile and a crack grenade. So red is going to be the grenade. So hitting on 3s. All right, that's a grenade hits, strength 6. So looking for a not a 1. He does get to re-roll it, so still nothing though. Okay. And now he's going to cast. He's going to give the order to get back in the fight to this squad, so they're going to fire into my dreadnought here. So we've got the 4 supercharging plasma guns. All right, all hits, no blowing up.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. Oh, we got 2 wounds. AP -3, so 2 6-ups, showing them full faces. No, nothing there, so that's 2 wounds each. So looking for 4 6-ups, and I make 1 of them. And now the las gun shots are gonna fire in here. All right, hitting on 3s, because they're veterans. All right, wounding on 6s. Got 1 wound, 3-up save. He's good, woo! He's gonna fire his las cannon into the dread on a 4. That's a hit. That is a wound. Looking for a fill face. No, goes through. D6 wounds. 1 wound. Looking for a fill face. No, dot. His Chimera is gonna fire everything into my venerable dread there. Heavy flamer first. 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. AP -1, so 4 up. No, goes through. 6 up. No, goes through. Multi-laser hitting on 5s because he moved. Got 1 hit.
5.
No wound there. Storm Bolter coming in here, hitting on 4s. 1 hit. That's good. That's 1 wound. That is a save. Bolt gun from the company commander is going to fire into him over here. So the company commander is going to fire here.
3s.
That's 1 hit. No wound, and then the Commissar is going to do the same thing.
2s.
Looking for 2s.
5.
No wound. And now the Wyvern is going to fire everything into my dreadnought there. So these are going to be 12, 15, 16 shots. All right, so here we go, hitting on 4s. All right, strength 4, so wounding on 5s.
Rerollable.
Rerollable because of Wyverns. Ooh, good thing. Rerollable.
Not even mad.
He's not even mad. Because there we go, that's what you get. 4 3-ups. And I'll make them all, woo! Storm Bolter. 1 hit. No wound. Now the other one's gonna do the exact same thing. Wyvern shots. Ooh, 11, 15, 16, 17. 17 shots hitting on 4s. All right, not great that time. And wounding on 5s, re-rolling. Re-rolling. 3 wounds. 3 3-ups. Failed 2 of them. 2 6-ups. I need to make 1 of these or he's dead. Oh, I'm going to spend a command point to try to keep him alive. No! Does he get a command point because of that? No. Okay, at least that happened. But he's dead. Does he blow up? This is what I should have saved it for. No! Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Oh, it hurts so bad. We'll come back to you with that. Oh, D3 mortal wounds. Oh! The fill faces, they mock me. Oh, man. 3 wounds under my captain. So, I mean, my company master. That's what it is. I called him a captain, and he got insulted, so he decided to, get killed in an explosion. Brutal. And that squad was actually also in the range. So 2 mortal wounds. All right, this squad here is going to fire into my bikes. He's going to start with the las guns because there's a 1 wound guy there. All right, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 5s. Oof, we got 5 wounds. 5. 3 up saves. Oh, failed 3 of them?
I just
And now the melter guns into my last remaining biker there.
We both got 30 statistics this game.
Okay, 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. No! We were just stuck and he's like, my opponent was saying, he's like, that last biker's just gonna get roasted. I was like, or is he? And he's like, he's getting shot with 3 melter guns. I was like, or is he? So apparently I put the fluence on it. So yeah, he's good. So now the Chimera is gonna fire into my bike here. So we're gonna go with the heavy flamer. 4 hits. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. I got 2 wounds. 4 ups. And he makes them both. Woo! And now the multi-laser hitting on 4s because he didn't move. That's 2 hits. Wounding on whatchamacallit, 3s. All right, that's 1 wound. And he's good with a 3 up. Store bolter's firing in here.
I assumed the 3 melter guns.
Yeah, he thought the melter guns were going to take care of this, but no, apparently not. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound. And he's good. All right, that's it for shooting. Now his Chimera is going to start us off by charging into my captain there. He's going to shoot and not get a hit. Oh, rerolling 1s because of himself. And he does get a hit. And he does get a wound. And he does get a save. And then he gets a 9-inch charge, so he should be in. Now the Chimera is going to charge into my chaplain over here. Overwatching it 2 hits. Getting 1 wound. Getting no save.
Getting a wound.
And then his shots.
Second.
Yeah.
Well,
And charge distance. Yeah, we're going to get that first. 7 inches is going to be in. Then the guardsmen are going to attack into my biker here. No hits in Overwatch. Their charge distance. Ooh, let's find out. They did just barely make it. All right, so he's going to start off with this Chimera here, hitting on 5s because of the Dozer Blade. That's 2 hits. See, it worked. The Dozer Blade was worth it. And wounding on 3s, that's 2 wounds. That is enough to kill him. 2 3 ups. He's good. All right, so I'm going to spend 2 command points to intervene over here. He's going to see if he can get his command points back. No, does not get him back. So I get he's going to attack into the squad here. So I got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the chaplain there. Wounding on strength +1, so wounding on 3s. All right, so that's 2 wounds at AP -1. So 2 6-ups. No, 2 dead. Now his Chimera is going to attack into my chaplain here, hitting on 1 6. Getting a wound. No, failed that. 6 up. Yeah, with a fail face. Woo! All right, so now the other guys are his guardsmen are going to attack in. So 6 attacks. Wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 3 ups. Oh! Well, it was a good thing I intervened, otherwise he would not have been able to do anything about it. So, yeah, he did. All right, now my chaplain's going to attack in. Rerolling because of himself. That is no wounds there. So that is going to be it for the Steel Legion turn here. These guys lost 2. What's their leadership? 7? So 2 plus 3. They're good. And that is it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so my movement phase here, he fell back to there. He stood still. He fell back out of combat, and he moved back onto the objective over here. And that is it for the movement phase for the Dark Angels. I got 4 bottles left. Brutal. All right, so we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. My Vindicator here is going to fire into his Chimera in the back there. 1 shot hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. Yeah, that's a wound. AP -3. 6 up save. No, he doesn't get it. So D3 wounds. 3 wounds. So he's no, the back one. The back one. Yeah, so he's dead. All right. Does he explode? No, he does not. My lieutenant here is going to fire into the plasma squad there, hitting on 3s. That's one hit. That is not a wound, but rerolling ones because of himself. Keep forgetting his own thing. That's a wound. That is not a save. Okay. And that is the Dark Angel's turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Steel Legion on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Steel Legion here. He moved up over here. He moved up over here. They moved up over here. His company commander and Ogren moved up over here. He stayed back over there on the objective. They stood still back there. They stood still over here. These guys all moved around here looking onto my chaplain here, and that is it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Starting off the shooting phase, he's going to give the order of first rank fire, second rank fire to his squad here. They are going to fire into my captain there. So we've got the plasma guns. That is not overcharging, so that's just 3 hits. Wounding on 3s, that's 3 wounds. I need at least 2 fill faces for him to still be alive. Show me them fill faces! Getting 1, which means he's still enough to kill him right there. Blom blom, he did. And he's going to bring it down to himself. 2 shots hitting on 3s, that's 1 hit. That is 1 wound. That is good. Crack missile into my Vindicare. -2 to hit, so he's looking for 6s. Oh, 5s. No hit. Now his Chimera is going to shoot everything into my my lieutenant over here. So heavy flamer, 2 hits. No wounds. Oh, 1 wound. 1 wound. AP -1, +1 because of cover. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! And then the Storm Bolter. Nothing there. Multi-laser hitting on 5s because he moved. 1 hit. 1 wound. 1 save. And then his Armored Sentinel is going to fire into my lieutenant over here. Hitting on a 4. No hit. So now the first of the Wyverns is going to shoot into my my lieutenant here with 16 shots. 16 shots hitting on 4s.
That's a decent number of hits.
Yeah, pretty good. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 4s. Rerollable because of Wyverns. All right, reroll the 3. All right, so that is going to be 6 wounds. 6 2-up saves. And I'll make them all. Woo! The second one is going to fire into him. He does get the Master of Ordnance ability now. So these are going to be 19 shots. Brutal. All right, 19 shots. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling. Rerolling 1s, right? So those are all the hits. And then he's got a bunch of 1s there they get to reroll.
All in the same place.
Yeah. There's that one unlucky spot. And that's now these are going to be wounding on 4s. Rerolling these because of it being a Wyvern. All right. Oh, good thing you need to reroll.
4 so far.
So 4 wounds so far. Oh, plus another 5. That's going to be 9 wounds. So I got 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 2-ups. And I failed 1 of them. All right, so this Chimera is going to fire into the Vindicare. Everything's firing into it, but the only thing that can actually do anything is the Heavy Flamer because he's at -2 to hit with everything else. So the Heavy Flamer is getting 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. I've got 1 wound. 1 4-up invul save. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, the Melta Gun squad here is going to fire into my chaplain. He is not in Melta range, right?
Not Melta, but
not Melta, but he can shoot, yeah. So 3 Melta shots hitting on 3s. So 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. No wounds. And now the last gun shots hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good there.
Wounding on 5s.
And wounding on 5s. All right, so that's 2 wounds, 2 3-ups. And he fails 1 6-up Warlord, and he's good with a fill phase. Woo! Another Chimera is going to shoot into him. Heavy Flamer. That is 5 hits. Wounding on 4s. So we've got 4 wounds. 4 4-ups. Failing 2 of them. So we got 2 6-up Warlords. Making 1 of them. And now the Storm Bolter gets 3 hits.
5s.
Looking for 5s. 1 wound. And he's good with a fill face. Multi-laser hitting on 5s.
3s.
Wounding on 3s.
1.
1 wound. 1 save. All right, that's it for shooting. So this Chimera is now going to charge into my lieutenant here. So overwatching, not getting any shots. 7 inches he's in. And now the Chimera is going to charge into my chaplain there. Overwatching, not getting anything. His charge distance is totally in. And now the guardsmen are going to charge in here. 8 inches should be in. All right, going to start off the fight phase with the Chimera. Attacking in here. Looking for 5s. That's 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. No wounds. And now the guardsmen are attacking in. 9 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, hitting on 4s. So you've only got the 3s on bonus shooting, okay? And now wounding on 5s. All right, 3 wounds. 3 ups. Failing 1, 6 up. Showing that fill face. Yeah, with the fill face. Woo! And now this Chimera is attacking in. Got 1 hit. That is a wound. He's good with a save. All right, he's going to attack in first. 4 attacks. Hitting, looking for 5s. Getting 1. And he's good. Terry Chaplin's going to strike into the troops there. So 3 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because of himself. That's 3 hits. Strength plus 1, I think. So wounding on 2s. Wounding on 3s. But still, it doesn't make a difference. 1 wound. AP minus 1, so 6 up. No, dead. And that is it for the Steel Legion turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. He moved down over here. He stayed in combat over here. And he fell back over there. So that's it for movement. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting with the shooting phase, he's going to shoot into his Chimera here. Hitting on a 3 because he moved the... Oh, 1 second. All right, so he's going to use the Exodus pistol to shoot into him. Hitting on a 2. Really? That is not what I needed right now. Nobody has any command points left. Okay. And then he's going to shoot his pistol into him. Oh, he hits with a 6, of course. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. That is not a save. All right, so now the lieutenant is going to attack in 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. No re-rolling because he's not a captain. No wounds. And now he gets to attack back over here. So 3 attacks, hitting on 6s, 5s because of the Dozer Blade. It's 1 hit. No wounds. And that is it for the Dark Angels turn here on turn 4. So we'll come back to you after Steel Legion after movement phase for Steel Legion on turn 5. All right, movement phase. He backed out of combat there, but stayed within the objective there. He stood still where he was. He moved over here onto the objective. They moved up towards my chaplain there, and everyone else just stood where they were. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now his company commander is going to order his squad up here to take aim. So re-rolling 1s to hit, and they're going to shoot into my lieutenant over here. So overcharging with the plasmas, re-rolling 1s to hit. All right, that's all hits. This is not good for him. Hitting, wounding on 2s, yes. Okay, so we've got 6 5-ups because he's in cover. 6 5-ups. Oh, I make 4 of 6. 2 wounds each. He's dead. Womp womp. All right, so moving on to the wyvern over there. Going into my my assassin over here. So the first one is going to get 12, 13, 18 shots. All right, we got 18 shots hitting on 5s because the assassin is -1 to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the Master of Ordnance. All right, 1 extra hit there. All right, looking for 4s. Rerolling because of him being a wyvern. All right, so that's 5 wounds. So we got 5 4-ups. And I make 2 of them. Another Chimera is going to shoot the heavy flamer into him. That's 6 hits. Wounding on 3s. They were spending so much time pumping Promethium into their flamers that they forgot to charge up their meltaguns. So we've got 3 wounds, 3 4-ups, and I failed 2 of them, and he is dead. And now this squad's gonna shoot into my my chaplain over here. So we got the meltas first.
2 hits.
2 hits. Wounding on 3s. Maybe I spoke too soon about not getting them charged up. I got 1 wound. 4-up invul save because of his Rosarius. Has he been praying to the Emperor? No, he is not. So D6 wounds, melt at range. 3 wounds. All right.
Fill faces.
If I get no fill faces, he's dead. If I do get a fill face, he's alive. So show me them fill faces. Oh, and I get the 1, so he is still alive. Woo! And now we've got 7 las gun shots firing into him. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. No wounds there. And he's got 1 crack missile that's going to fire into him.
3.
Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 3. That is a wound. 4-up invul save. Show me that Rosarius save. 4-up. He's good because he prayed to the Emperor. And that's it for shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. These guys are going to charge into my chaplain. Overwatching. Getting 2. Wounding 2. And making 1. And his charge of 6 inches is in, so they will be hitting him. And now they will be attacking in first. So 7 attacks, hitting on 4s. Alrighty, wounding on 5s. No wounds there. So my chaplain's attacks back. Those are all hits. Those are 2 wounds. AP -1, so 6 ups. No, 2 are dead. And then what's their leadership? 7, right? So let's see if they lose anybody. So 2 plus 2, they're good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be it, because there's nothing I can do with only the 1 guy left with the 1 wound. My hope was at the end of that turn that's why I was moving him down, was I was hoping that he could run over. I was hoping he would have blown him up with the pistol, which would have been great. Then I was hoping to run over here, contest the objective. The game would have gone on. I was hoping to go over there, get that objective there, for him to have made it over onto that objective, and then it would have come down to, I think he would have won by 1 because of first blood. But still, that would have been pretty good. But yeah, when he just started wiping everyone else over here, not much that was going to happen there. So yeah, that was a brutal game. You know, that was just a lot of fun. The Steel Legion, that -1 to that ignoring the -1s against the vehicles came in handy a lot, because I had a lot of close combat that were -1. We had some shots that were -1, so he ignored all of them, and he made a bunch of 3-up saves because of it. Yep, and then getting that extra range on the rapid fire was also key for all of them, because I mean, he was running with the plasma, which is awesome. Running up there and getting that the ability to rapid fire at 18 inches with them is fantastic. So Steel Legion, watch out for them. They are really good, especially, and they've also had that what was it, the stratagem with the armored fist, which was pretty awesome. And I was actually very pleased with how my Calidus assassin did. The Calidus, making him like basically. Yeah, she cost like 3 or 4 extra command points, which was fantastic. I was very happy with that. So yeah, I was happy with how she performed. Then not very happy how all of my assassins just mulched, just burned to death with all those heavy flamers. Yeah, we were joking that he had supercharged all of his Promethium in the heavy flamers, but may have forgotten to charge his meltaguns. All right, so I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harris, and until next time, have fun.